KZMB All Zombie Radio.
Yo, it's late and I am tired. I'm in my pajamas. But here we are. Welcome to another episode of Finding Found, a show in which we find things that may or may not have been found on an episode of NBC's hit TV show Found. It is late. It's the butt crack of dusk, as we said last week. Um, the show airs at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So it is 11:12 Eastern Standard Time. I would have been here earlier, but hi India. I couldn't get my computer to work. It's a little concerning. When I Google the issue, they're like, your hard drive might be failing. I'm like, oh, oh, cool. Cool. Oh, I'm frozen now. Okay. Not anymore. All right. Here's the deal. I'm tired. I don't remember everything that happened. We're going to approach this maybe in a different manner. We'll see what we can get away with. Okay. So, it's also very early in terms of like the data that I normally pull for you. So I don't have the data. I don't have the data at all. Yeah, no, I got nothing. Anyway, we are here to discuss the 21st. This is the penultimate episode of season 2 of Found, entitled Missing While a Family. It was directed by Demaine David, the OG, and written by Michael G. Peterson and Jeremy Powell. It released this evening, and we will not have ratings until tomorrow at the earliest, most likely not until Saturday. And yeah. Okay. Let's take it from the top. We're gonna try something. We're gonna try a little something, something. Hold on. I'm working a little magic here, okay? Working a little magic here. And just making sure that I am indeed live. I am. Great. That did work. I hope I'm seeing that. Girl, I don't know what's going on with this renewal. For real. They're waiting. And that is weird and concerning, honestly. So I'm not really sure what's going on there. They should have announced it already. I don't know. I don't know. Ugh, if they don't announce by next week, I mean, I was already concerned, but even more so. Where's Takeerah, you may ask? I think she's asleep. I'm not going to lie to you. I think she fell asleep. She was tweeting like literally 5 minutes before the episode started. And I messaged her and I was like, "Are you watching?" And she didn't respond. So I think she fell asleep. We knew we might not make it. Now, why are we filming this now? Another great question that you have not asked, but you are probably wondering. I actually have a college graduation to attend tomorrow. So it was kind of like a discussion between me and Takeerah. Like, did she want to go live by herself? How does that work? Because it's like on my channel. So, like, am I giving her the credentials? Like, how are we going to work this all out? And she said, she felt like she might have to write herself a little script, which was cute. And I was like, well, hey, like we can always do it. Can you excuse you? Can you stop? Um, I was like, we can always do it tomorrow, like immediately after the episode. And she was like, yeah, maybe we could. Frank, stop. Uh, sorry, all I'm hearing in the background is like, like as she's like moving around back here. Um, so yeah, so I was like, well, we'll just plan it, and if neither of us make it, then you're on your own. I made it. I did make it. I did make it. Barely, but we're here. Frank, stop. Stop. Stop doing what you're doing. It's obnoxious. Okay. So, um let's get this pulled up. I missed the very beginning of the episode because I don't know what I was doing honestly. But I'm going to watch it with you. We're going to watch that part with you. And then you know what? We're just going to kind of move through move through. Oh, that's exciting, India. India says, I can't make it next week's recap because I'm graduating on next Friday afternoon, but I'm nervous for the finale. Well, congratulations, because graduating is a really big deal. So, like, good for you. Proud of you. And don't worry. I'm sure the episode will be great. Oh my goodness. I'm sure the episode will be great, and you'll have time to catch up on that later. What is the deal with this? Why is Found not on the opening page of Peacock? Whatever. Like literally I watch it all the time. Why is it not even in my like continue watching? So annoying. Okay. Is the episode up? This is also my question. Because maybe it's not even up and I'm doing this for no reason. And then you're waiting for me. Like an idiot. Um I don't know why everything's moving at snail speed. Like me right now. Fitting, I suppose. Doesn't come out until the next day. This is BS. That is so annoying. You guys are on, you know what? Like, what do I even pay for? What do I even pay for? Oh my gosh. Okay, well, there's a lot of stuff I can't do then. You know what I mean? I don't have a script for you. I don't have the episode. I just have my memory, which is shoddy at best right now. We're gonna roll through it anyway. We're gonna do it anyway. Okay. Well, you know what? um yeah, idea that would be great. If you want to give us a little recappy of the I don't know why I said it that. I hate myself. That would be excellent. That'd be super excellent. I would appreciate that. I just jumped on late and you know it's I was like, "Oh, I'll just watch it on Peacock cuz I'm spoiled by like AMC, I think is what it is. AMC Plus, if you pay for that, you get access to their episodes earlier in the day. And so I was like, surely once it goes live, it's on the app, but it's not. That's a lie. I don't know why I thought it would be. Anyway, oh, weird. Well, while I was looking at that, this is wild. Okay, hold on. Hold on. While while India is typing up a recap, let me share a little something I just found with you. What the heck? This is weird. Here you go. I found a little something. Oh my god, I'm gonna yawn through this whole episode. I'm so sorry. How unprofessional. Here, you could have your very own stock script for $20. That is wild to me. Also, what? Wait a second. Wait. What? Revised network draft slated for 2020. That's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. Okay. And he says, so the episode starts with Gabby in the hospital. Lacey, Margaret, and Zeke via phone are there. And they check on her. Lena didn't poison her. Gabby did it to herself. I I was live tweeting and I kept seeing tweets that were like, Gabby was already insane. With Ipecac to mimic the symptoms. How fun. Yeah, it just said 2020 on that script. That is wild. Um, no clue. No clue. That is insane. I am so sorry. Oh my god. Gabby is literally crazy. I love that. I absolutely adore that. Okay. The other thing I was gonna look up, I'm sorry, I'm digging. I'm digging for things right now. I'm digging, we're digging, we're digging. Okay, hold on, hold on, hold on. Okay, here we go. All right. Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay. So, in order to trick Hugh, Don visits Hugh in the cell. Hugh is erratic more than usual. And then I assume they take him for this like meetup with Lena and demands Don to put Gabrielle on the phone via FaceTime call. Um, love the plot. Um, it's crazy, but sure, it worked. Obviously, they got him to agree to confront Lena. God, I'm so sorry. Anyway, so so here's the deal, right? We get that little bit. I thought we were gonna have a flashback too. Oh no, that was just your theory. That's right. That's right. That's right. India says Don calls Lacey and shows Gabby via FaceTime. Okay, said he knows that she's alive. Got it. Got it. Got it. Got it. Okay, so the other little thing we get at the beginning is that oh, Jamie is with Margaret and they're so nervous. Why are they so nervous? Because Daryl's coming over with Rachel and Taylor. How do I remember all their names? I have no idea because we know literally nothing about them other than Daryl's a D bag. That's really the only thing we know. And they come in and they come racing in and they're so excited to see Jamie. And finally, the family reunion we all been waiting freaking forever for. It finally happened. Okay, great. Well, they go and take a look at Jamie's old room, just creepily exactly the same as it was when he was a child. And he hasn't changed it. Why, you may ask? Because he's not sleeping at that house. He doesn't feel comfortable yet. And he's gotten used to a hotel, sleeping in it for a month. And then Daryl's like, I need a minute with your mom because I'm going to bitch out and yell at her. And so that's exactly what he does. And to be fair, he's not wrong because, like, you should have told him. But also, you are wrong because you're Daryl. Saying who is that because her vision is blurry. And as Hugh says that, she says hang up and he gets upset. Oh my gosh. I. What a wild beginning to an episode. Um. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay. All right. So that happens. And Daryl's a D-bag. Still stands. I mean, he's not wrong, but he is a D-bag. Um, what's the other stuff that happens? Okay, so then there's also a different storyline. We get a separate storyline. Missing Wall Family is directly regarding an Orthodox, excuse me, Jewish family who was kidnapped. Now, through the course of the episode, we come to find out that they were kidnapped because it was assumed that they were actually a different family. That they were a family, the Lieb family, which shout out to Jacob Lieb. If you're a Fear the Walking Dead fan, he's the rabbi. Um, so Jacob Lieb's family is actually quite loaded, and that's who was supposed to be kidnapped. And as it turns out, the perpetrator is just some random guy you saw for a split second on the screen. Spoiler. Um, India says Don was like, "This is what happens with as with your psychotic sister," and Don threatens Hugh again, and he was like, "Lena is dead to me." Ooh, okay. I know he really wanted to call her out. He he was like, "Not my girl, not my precious Gabrielle, never." Okay, so Lieb family supposed to be kidnapped by some randos that own a locksmith company, I guess, or pretended to be a locksmith company. No one really knows. Honestly, no one really cares about the villain in the story because you get little to no resolution with these extracurricular stories that they cram in. So we don't really care. But anyway, the big deal about this family being missing is that the son happens to be diabetic, and when he was kidnapped, the insulin bag was left at the seed. Well, their family had like little to no money. And so this was just like a random kidnapping for money, which like how rare and weird. India says he can help to capture Lena, but assures Don that this is not a partnership and tells Don to do as I say when I say it and do it, and we'll tell you further details when I say it is ready. Yeah, it was an interesting choice of a meetup. Anyway, we'll get to it. We'll get to it. Okay. So, um, anyway, they end up saving the family. They find out that it's a locksmith company. They figure out where they are. They find the family. They give the kid his insulin. He's alive. Okay. Gabby, as per usual, weirdly waits above him after giving the family the insulin, like so that she can be a part of it. Yet again, Gabby. Gabby, we love you, but you're so nuts. You're so nuts. And also, like, how does a whole family get captured? Precisely, India. Like, not one of you got away. Like, not even the daughter got away. I don't know. It wasn't a strong storyline, honestly. I enjoyed the Lacey's friend was cute though, for real. He walked in and I was like, "Who is this?" Tall drink of water. Tall drink of water. He was handsome. Um. Anyway, so the guy who reaches them, okay, wait. The guy who contacts M&A about this missing family, he is stunning from head to toe, okay? And he walks in and he's like, Lacey, I need your help. A whole family has gone missing from my congregation. I apologize for my appearance. Proceeds to like go like this. Eh, He's like the best dressed man I've ever seen. What are you apologizing for, sir? Because he said he had to run there because it's Shabbat. And so he can't use technology, which is fair, but also like, and he can't drive. Uh, but you're like incredibly handsome and like your outfit is stunning. Like no one has to excuse you for your appearance. You're beautiful, man. Come on, stop. Um I India, I have like a I'm gonna say something about that later. I'm gonna get to Hugh and Lena in a little bit, but I have an opinion about it that no one is gonna like. I have an opinion about it. So anyway, so Lacey's friend is from her law study group. That's how this guy is in the mix. So who knows if we'll see him again? Maybe not. Maybe we will. He's very attractive, and a lot of women were going gaga for him online. But we'll just have to see. Um, okay. So that is essentially that. Honestly, there's not much more to that. Cool to learn about Orthodox Jewish culture. And I'm kind of like, where is my friend Dave? Because he would be able to tell me some of these things. But like, even like the numerical value stuff, like all of that is very cool to learn about. So, very cool. Liked the exposure to different cultures. Enjoyed it. Um, and he says, can Daniel and Lacey maybe hang out a bit? Maybe. Maybe since her and Zeke are like not a thing right now. Maybe. He was cute. Um, So that's really it for that. The M&A stuff, like the only thing that this is the thing. This didn't feel like this was almost the end of a season. Do you know what I mean? Like there's not really a huge cliffhanger. Your cliffhanger is that Lena is still out. Okay, well, she was out at the beginning of this episode, so nothing about that Feels like it has a lot of weight to it. Yeah, exactly. Zeke and Lacey move over. Daniel and Lacey come on in. Precisely, India, precisely. So there, it's like it didn't really move this story along all that much. The only thing that it did was give you a little glimpse at that Sir was willing to put Gabby over his sister. That's really the only thing you got out of this episode. Um, as I said, if there was a season 3, shorter order of episodes, like 16 max. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I could see that. I could see that. I could see that being a thing. They don't really need. You don't really need 22 episodes if you're not gonna. You know what I mean? Like this episode felt like really empty. And here's the thing: it's a full episode of television. Okay, I don't have a lot to talk about with it because like we talked about the Jamie thing. There is something with that. There is like something at the end there, but like that would have been like the ending of a normal episode for this show. Do you know what I mean? Like him being kidnapped suddenly is like that's like normal for the show. India says, I feel like the writers had some issues on the story structure and just dragged out some storylines. It does kind of feel that way. It does kind of feel that way. I hate to critique this because I like again, I genuinely do like the show, otherwise I wouldn't still be watching it. But there are parts of it that are kind of frustrating to me. I want it to be better because I want it to do so well because I think it's a really cool concept. But we're just not hitting like the right beats for this. But anyway, um so the thing with Jamie happens. Jamie's like gonna go hang out with Taylor and Daryl, and at the end of the episode we find out he didn't. Where is he? Well, Lena kidnapped him, of course. Why not? And so he's with Lena and she's looking crazy as ever. So that's really all there is to that. Is like now Margaret has to go through the fact that her son is now missing again, which like horrible. And also I felt so bad for Jamie, like that he went missing again. Now we did get like a little bit of kind of like a sneak peek into like the time in which he was missing. Um he ended up seeing Daryl and the girls at a soccer field. And instead of going over and talking to them, which he wanted to do, despite Crazy Carrie's direction to never speak to his family again, he ends up saving a little girl from some absolute creep weirdo who's just hanging out by a public bathroom at a park because he was obviously going to kidnap that girl. How no one knew? I mean, look at the man. He's dressed like a cat burglar. Like, obviously, he was there to steal a child. Clearly. Someone online said, "Was that Christian?" And I was like, that does not look at all like Christian. At all. Um, but I could see like it just panned over. So you're just like, I don't who is it? You're trying to like place who it is. It was just some random creep who's a PDF. Literally is what it is. And so they want to, you know, grab that girl or whatever. And so Jamie stops that from happening, which he is capable of like reading people as well, kind of like Margaret, which is interesting. So he's like genetically predisposed to it, or is it the fact that he was kidnapped? I don't know. I don't know. Um, India says that moment with the girl with the balloon reminded me when in season 1 they showed Lacey at the park. Yeah, I could see that. It didn't remind me of it at the time, but now that you're saying it, like, yeah, it's very similar. Um, I that's really all you got out of that, right? Like that's it. There's really no more to the Jamie Margaret thing. Now, someone online, I wish I could credit you. I'm sorry. I don't here. I have my phone. Let me check. I'll give you the name of the person on Twitter or X or whatever the heck we're calling it now. Hold on. Let me find them. Okay, at nausea. It's at NAWJUHH stated, let me go to the post so I can say it verbatim. Let me say it word for word. Okay. We still haven't seen Margaret open the DNA test results. I feel like we're going to find out that Jamie isn't actually Jamie, and I'm going to be really upset. LOL. I'm not even joking. If we find out after all of this that Jamie isn't actually Jamie, I'm going to throw my phone across the room because I hope they wouldn't do that to Margaret. Um, I I hadn't thought of that. Like we've called Jamie Famey, fake Jamie, for the entirety of this season until like 2 episodes when ago when we met Carrie, we finally felt like this was actually Jamie. So for someone to bring this up, I was like, is that even possible? That would be absolutely insane. What does that mean? Like, what then happened to Jamie? Did he die and she kidnapped someone else and she just said it was Jamie? A whole thing that I like can't really wrap my brain around right now at this late hour. India says so. We are assuming that in is where the siblings were living at for a while after their house burned. Correct. Correct. So, so yeah, so that's really it with Jamie. So we've covered the storyline. I'm sorry that it was so brief. There was not much to it. Other than Mama Bear was fierce. Bad bee for real. Um, then we covered the Jamie stuff because again, this was very like action driven episode. So there's not a lot to talk about because it's like things were just happening. It's like action, 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 action. You know what I mean? There's not like a lot to dig into. There is a horrifically racist person that's in this that was wild to see on screen. When he didn't, he said he didn't want to talk to her kind. Who is this guy? Where'd they find this guy? India says for some reason I felt maybe Rachel, the older sis, could be Jamie's mom. I don't know why, but something felt off. Oh, oh, how 1950s. Yikes. So that happened. I don't really want to talk about a ton else in that part. It's like that's pretty much it to that story. Um, Racist guy actually wasn't the guy who did it because they always love to give us a red herring. It's like someone's super obvious and then they don't at all have anything to do with it. So we love that. I screamed at that part. It was insane. I was like, what is this dialogue right now? So there's that. So then if we're just gonna really look at like the Lena Sir thing, there's not a ton of that either. Um Now we do find out that Sir and Lena and Christian lived in a hotel room. And when I say hotel, I should say motel. That guy was trash. Um, I should say motel. It's bad. Lena remarks that like Hugh really hated it because of how like dirty it was. It's like not to his standards, right? Like the man is in like a full, beautiful, what looks like a Giorgio Armani suit. And he was like he at one point in his life had to live in this motel room with his siblings. They built a secret entrance exit in through the air vent, which is I don't sure okay. However you did that, feel like that would have been corrected during renovations at some point, but I guess not. They've never renovated. It's like the crappiest motel in the world. So here's my thing with this, okay? Thank you, India. That's exactly what I was gonna say. I swear Lena acts more like a jealous ex-girlfriend than his sister. Something seems very sexual about that relationship, and it is incredibly off-putting and disgusting to me. Now, he was like very anti like the concept of sex, okay? Maybe because of some molestation situation that happened to him as a kid. I'm not really sure. His mom was real great, so who knows? He's turned off to this whole concept, right? So like the fact that his sister is so weirdly like she says this line that she was like she just wanted to soak up all the words that he all the knowledge he had to share with her. It's just like weird comments like that where I'm like, I think you're I think you're in love with your brother. I think you're like not just like in fact, but like I think you're in love with him. It's gross. It's gross and I don't like it. Yeah. Lena's comments were crazy. So Lena ended up meeting with Hugh. She sneaks through this back door. Don's waiting in the parking lot with his buddy. His buddy is still in contact with the guy, Mike, who was a drug addict that essentially got Don, like, uh, made Don a prisoner of war. He didn't make him. It triggered the events that created Don's situation for being a prisoner of war, um, while being overseas. So he's like really mad at this guy for still talking to Mike. And he just said, "You help me do this, like we're even." But he says, "If you want to be even with me, never talk to him again." Which is like, it just goes to show that even though because Don married his therapist instead of attending therapy, he still really needs to work through this. And he says that the fact he was the only person she loved throughout her life, it makes sense why she's acting like that. But it is weird, and it is gross. Um. So yeah. So Lena comes in and they don't know that she's there. He was taking off all of his wire so he can speak to her. And I thought Mike was dead too, India. So I was surprised by that. I same, same, same. But he's there. He is texting this guy. I don't know. So they talk, and Sir is essentially like, I can't allow you to do the one thing you agreed never to do. You said you would never hurt Gabby, and you poisoned her. Alina is telling the truth. She did not poison Gabby. But Sir doesn't know that. And then Don figures out because Gabby says Lena's already there. They run in and they find Lena. And Sir is willing to sacrifice Lena to get away. He tries it. Now Lena does get away. She uses a little stun gun and hits Don's friend in the neck with it and then runs off. Don is able to get up and grab Sir before he escapes through the secret passage. So they don't lose both of them. I was like, this guy is gonna Durga, you changed your YouTube channel. Have you put out a video yet? Oh my god, girl, tell me. I need to know immediately. Okay. So and also hi. um it's so late and I have brain fog like so bad. So we're stumbling through this. We are stumbling through this. Um yeah, so I was like Don's friend is gonna lose his job. Like if they lose Sir, that was all I could think of. That was all I could think of was that he's gonna lose his job. Um okay. All right. I have to I'm gonna hold on. Before we do anything, I'm sorry. Chat amongst yourselves. I'm going to make sure that I'm following you on YouTube because when you start releasing videos, I want to know. I want to know. Just listen to me type. I am subscribed. Okay, good. Okay. I switched my notifications to all. I did. I did because I love you and I believe in you. I believe in you. You'll probably like be outpacing my channel like immediately. Don't forget me when you're famous. Don't forget me. Um, okay, so yeah, for sure. I need Lena to go too. So this next episode better be her caboose out of here because I'm tired of her. Tired of her. I'm mad that she got away. But anyway, I'm glad he got Sir again because otherwise I was like, dude, this guy's gonna lose his job. They will no longer have any connection to the FBI and like any ability to like do any crazy stuff that Don convinces this guy to do. Stop hating Gabby and confront your brother. Well, that's the thing. So now I think all bets are off. if she's going to be accused of doing something she hasn't done, I think she will go ahead and try to do it. And now she knows that her brother has turned on her. So I think she just won't give an F anymore. She's not going to care. So she's going to go off and do whatever she wants, including hurting Gabby, the person who steals her brother's attention from her because she loves him so much, like a weirdo with some sort of complex. I don't know. It's almost like an electric complex because he like helped raise her, but it's weird. It's weird and it's unsettling. So yeah, so that's really honestly that sums up the whole episode. I'm so sorry. I did it so quickly. I have no script to read. I have no data to go over. I just told you what it was. Plus the fact that the side storyline didn't have much to it. Didn't really help anything. India said, I did see a sneak peek for the finale with Lena and Gabby, and it was placed in the classroom where it all began. Ooh. And Durga says all bets are off. They are. They are for real. All right. Now I am, you know what? Let's do something together since I've got time. I mean, I don't really am exhausted. I would love to go to bed, but let's go ahead and do this. We're gonna scroll. We're gonna scroll, baby. We're gonna scroll the Found season 2, episode 21, Missing Walla Family episode discussion on our Found NBC. So we're gonna go through the Reddit. The red. Um can we speak to Miss Evans? Her children are wild. They're crazy. They're absolutely insane. I wish we could. I need to know more about it. I need to know more. What happened? Did Lena kill her? Was it Sir? Who did it? And he says, I was like, Lena, why capture Jamie out of all people? Like, for real. I know. What a choice. Okay. So, all right. So, please do not post spoilers for future episodes. So, this should be a safe place for us. All right. How the hell do you let yourself go 12 years without seeing your child? I really, really struggle to feel bad for Margaret. I'm sorry. Wow. Scorpion Queen, you are rough, man. That is so rough. Okay. Okay. You said it, I guess. Um, can I just reiterate I love Don. He knows what matters most. I do love Don. Honestly, I do. I just wish he hadn't married his therapist. I still have beef. Okay, potential spoilers. I've watched the whole episode. This looks like this is substantial. One, I can sort of get why Don and Gabby are doing this Serlina thing, but it's definitely the stupidest thing they've done on the show. Surprised it didn't turn out worse. Information from Don's past. We're eating good tonight. Oh, I like that. Yeah, it's true. Three, I love Margaret's skirt dress so much. Usually it's Gabby who looks amazing, but Margaret is serving. The costuming in this show is spectacular. I will give them that for sure. Four, speaking of Gabby looking good, she was supposed to look sick at the beginning. Sorry, you're too beautiful, like glowing with health. Five, Margaret really is the scapegoat of her whole family. I was begging her to take her family the whole time, to tell her family the whole time. But now I'm 1,000% on her side somehow. Oh, she didn't faithfully find her son after like 10 years of dash hopes in exactly the right way. Boo freaking who. Six, Don's grabbing Sir's foot and pulling him out of the hole was hilarious. Where were you when he was under Lacey's bed, Don? Seven, thinking of starting a petition to get Jamie a new haircut. Amen. Who is this? Who is this? Bunch Express 2984. You're incredible. I agree with you. I love every opinion you have. That Reddit is a little rough and a little too serious for my liking, but I still post a lot. Oh, India, maybe we'll be reading some of your posts. I thought she was alluding to that while they were talking. Yeah, I know. It did seem like she had done something to the mom. Durga said it saying Don knows what matters most is hilarious when you consider Ethan's POV. True. Very true. Okay. Once again, there was too much going on. If they get renewed, the writers really need to figure out how to embed a case of the week within an episode that is about a bigger arc or character focus. Plus, Too many cases of the week have ended with them very quickly finding the bad guys, announcing why they did it, the person confessing without any reason to, and then everyone is all better. They also need to figure out what they want to be: a dark thriller, a mystery, a detective show, or some other form of procedural. I could not agree more with Eza Heza here on Reddit. Honestly, this is such a succinct way of saying exactly what we've been saying for weeks on end. This is exactly what we feel about the show. Figure out what you are, right to get there. Jamie's hair is horrible. I'm so thankful that someone said it. We talked about it maybe being a wig at the beginning because it is absolutely just terrible. Oh my gosh, this Reddit thread has like no people in it. Where are the found fans? Is what I want to know. This is the goofiest show. Sometimes I swear. Now tell me, why do I love it so much? Love the blazer. Honestly, it's camp, and like I love that. It is campy. It's a little bit campy, and so there's nothing bad about that. Journalist Physical 26 says Jamie is the third character who's been kidnapped twice. I can't. It's true. I can't. I can't handle it. I can't handle it. Um India says I haven't posted it on the episode discussion yet, but for sure will later on. And agreed. I love this show so much, but agreed to what the poster said. Very campy. Durga says there is no way we don't know Don and Zeke's backstory yet. Like, I know. That's the thing. We don't, yeah, we don't, we know a little bit about Don's backstory, but we don't know a ton. Oh, let me stop sharing because we're not even looking at anywhere. We don't really know about Hugh's childhood a ton, which could inform us of other things. We don't know Don's full backstory. We only know part of it. We don't know Zeke's backstory like at all. Um, it's just it's yeah, there is so much more that we could be doing, that we could be talking about, that would be so exciting to talk about or to showcase in the show. And instead we're doing these like chintzy little, is that like still a word I can say? I said it and immediately was like, that felt bad that I said it. I'm gonna skip over that. I'm not gonna say that again. You tell me. Um, I don't know why. It's just like everything wraps up like too like neatly. At the end, they're like, surprise, Gabby fixed it all. And also, she's going to weirdly stand over you while you give your son a life saving shot. Or she's going to weirdly stand in your hotel room as you talk to your loved ones, like in front of her, even though that's super weird. Those are the kind of things that keep happening. It's like, we could just focus on like these backstories. We could focus on like stories that don't pan out exactly the way that they should. Um, Exactly, Durga. We're wasting time on cases for people I don't remember the next episode. Like I said, when they were listing off the people that were being poisoned, when they were like, Tony was poisoned. I'm like, who's Tony? uh Ginny was poisoned. Who is that? Who are these people? I don't know who any of these people are. I can't remember them. I cannot remember them from earlier episodes. It's too many people. I mean, we're talking about 2 seasons worth of single case episodes with like a huge cast. Like, it's not just one person that's gone missing or whatever. It's like the person, and then the people that, oh, that's the red herring, maybe they did it, oh, except they never have. And then the people who really did it that were also just conveniently introduced in this episode. And also then the family members of the person who was taken, who have to go report it to M&A. So there's like at least 5 characters minimum that I don't care about each episode, that are introduced and given little to no backstory. Durga says unless they were wildly optimistic and assume each character will get an arc per season. That is insanely optimistic. I love it for them. I love it for them. India says that if I remember correctly, there are some articles that there is some loose ends that will be tied up, but some will still be loose. I'm assuming for the next season. I mean, every show does that, right? Like they plan to wrap up a lot of it, but they like want to give you enough that like if they came back for another season, you'd be intrigued. So I get that, but it's just not hitting what it needs to hit. You know what I mean? It's just not. It's not doing it. It's not doing it. And I hate that because the show could be really cool and I am like sad. It's kind of like it's falling victim to that like assumption that all audiences are stupid. Like you're stupid. You need like a little happy thing at the end so you feel good about your life and the fact that you watch this. But like I don't need that. I watched the slog of depression that is The Walking Dead. Like I'm okay with this being darker. I've watched SVU. I'm okay. I'm okay. I'll be okay. Durga says it was so good too. So there, this could be great. Like what episode was that? The Missing While Heather or whatever? Whatever one that was whatever the one was that was a couple weeks ago that we were like ranting and raving about. Like that's what I want more of. I want more of the actual story arcs for the characters that I care about. Why is Zeke agoraphobic? I want to know. Who was he kidnapped by? Do we know who he was kidnapped by? Did he ever find his kidnapper? Is the kidnapper in jail? Who was it? Was it somebody who was related to him? Was it somebody he knew? Was it a rando off the street? I need the show to be more grittier and darker. 100%. I agree. I agree. It's what I want. It's what I want out of the show. It really, really, really is. Yeah. Season 2, episode 12, and season 2, episode 18 were good. That's the thing. The writing can be there. Thank you. Thank you, Dara. I came for True Crime and Vengeances in the Basement, not Scandal. If I wanted Scandal, I would go watch Scandal. It exists. It's good. It's good for a reason, you know? I can watch that show. I can watch that show. India says, and also her saying what happened to Christian wasn't intentional. What happened there? I know. So she pushed him off a roof, but she's saying she didn't mean to. Apparently. I doubt that. I really doubt that. I feel like she wanted him out of the way. Because she just wants her brother to herself. Because she's in love with him. Gross. So anyway, I mean, I'm not hating. Like I said, I like the show. I'll keep covering it, even if it goes into season 3. Um, because I do like it. I want more out of it, so I'd like for it to. I want it to be better. I want it to be better. It's a cool concept. It could be a lot cooler. Um, I'm fading fast here, folks. I'm fading real fast here. Andy said, I also saw in another interview with Shanola, Gabi gets her control and power, but in a way that we, the audience, don't expect. Hmm. Hmm. I wonder what that means. We only have one episode left. I don't know. There was like a little interaction at the end of the episode between Gabby and the rabbi. And this is kind of a trend, right? Like when we had the priest, not the priest, the pastor or the reverend in like previous episodes, she went and talked to him afterward. Like there's just kind of this concept of like seeking um what's the word I'm looking for? Penance. Seeking penance for what she did to Sir. Um, and I get that, but like, I don't know. We're rehashing the same things like over and over and over again. You know what I mean? India said, Shanola also said she was surprised when she read the script. Good. I hope there is a big surprise. I'd love for there to be like a cliffhanger and for it to feel really exciting and fun. And I'm hoping that there's not just a random case shoved in next week. We don't need it. Jamie's missing. Find Jamie. I don't need an extra case. And he says, and I swear, Gabby turns herself in and confesses, and Hugh's ass gets out. I'm gonna be pissed. For real. For real. If that's the, I don't know. Oh, God. Is that the way she pays penance? I can't. I can't. I can't. I can't. I can't. Oh, no wonder the dog is freaking out. There's a thunderstorm. Um, Durga says they need Sir back in the basement. He was arrested too soon. I need more of that unhinged dynamic, you know? I'm just not getting enough of it now. And I'm not getting enough to Sir, honestly, in any of these episodes. I need him to yell Gabrielle at least once an episode. India says next week case is dealing with Don's friend and his wife, I believe. Oh, come on. Jamie's missing. It's right there, folks. You set it up for yourself. You added in another one. Come on. We don't need it. It's okay. We don't need it. All right, friends. I'm gonna turn into a pumpkin here, so I gotta hit the hay. I gotta hit the old hay. But I want to say thank you for being here. There have been more people here tonight than normal, and you are welcome to always comment. I will read your comments out loud. So have at it. I mean, don't say anything wildly inappropriate because I won't read that out loud, but anything else you want to say, I'll probably read. But I am thankful for you guys being here. I'm sorry for the random switch up on time. Uh but it will be back to normal. So for next week's episode will air on the 15th. I will be covering it on the 16th at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here on this channel. If you're not subscribed already, please do subscribe. It would help me out eventually, to get monetized. Would be cool. I'm ways away. I'm a far ways away. But that would be cool. And I would love it. And also, yeah, you guys are amazing. And I love you and your sweet, perfect angel babies. And I'll see you, sweet, perfect angel babies, next week. I love you so much. Thank you for being here. That's it. I can't even think anymore. I need to go to bed. I love you. I hope you have a great Friday. Have a great Friday. Have a great weekend, and I will see you next week. It also said Heather makes a bold declaration. Ooh, her love for you, maybe. Lacey gives Zeke an olive branch, and Sir tells the truth to Gabby that she wasn't ready for. Exciting. Oh, I'm so glad you love coming here to chat and recap. I appreciate it. I really do. It's fun to do this with you guys. It is. It is. Okay, so I'll see you next week. Promise. I promise. I promise I'll be here with bells on and I'll get the link out earlier. I'll try to do it on Thursday. Okay. All right, love you guys. See you next week. Have a good night and an enjoy